How's it going, everyone? It's Sam. They are lying to you. They're lying to your face to get a hold of something that's going to be worth a lot of money one day, your Bitcoin. There are several people that are coming out today making some pretty crazy statements. I want to show you, also go through some of the big things that are happening right now. A lot of people are looking at the Bitcoin market thinking, why are we seeing a dip today, right? Like, the fact is the ETFs, unless they sold today, maybe they did. The fact is they've been swallowing up Bitcoin like crazy. How are we falling down? People thought, well, we're going to break through 70,000. Now we're down into the 67 range. We were even at 66 earlier today, in the $66,000 range. I'm going to explain everything so that you understand if you're not already seeing what's happening behind the scenes right now. If you don't mind, hit subscribe, turn on the bell notification underneath the video so you can see future videos just like this. Also, remember, Coinbase shut down today between 1 p.m. PST and 4 p.m. PST. This means crypto will be volatile at this time. This is coming from Marty Party. Be focused. Exchanges go down for two reasons. They don't want you to sell a high. They don't want you to buy a low. So be ready. There's some volatility right now. If you haven't already gone another exchange, check out the link underneath the video to MargeX and to BTCC. These are the two best platforms I found out there. BTCC allows you to trade hundreds of cryptos so that you don't have to go all over the place to try to find something to leverage trade on. You can use use this platform for hundreds of cryptos, up to 250x leverage, and they have really good liquidity. And this exchange, MargeX, allows you to sign up and use different forms of collateral. It's powered by TradingView. It's really slick. For example, this trade here I have on Bitcoin, it's a 20x trade, but I use Solana as collateral. Solana is up even more than Bitcoin in this time, so I'm going to be paid based on Bitcoin's performance. I'm up 270% right now, but I'm going to be paid in underlying Solana, which is awesome because Solana has also gone up in value in that time too. There's no other exchange that allows you to do this. So check out these links underneath the video. I'd honestly sign up for both and try both out, see which one you like more, and then just use that one. Now, let's start here. China cut benchmark interest rates by 25 basis points. Okay, China shares rose after this, just about 0.25%, not a huge deal. But this does show their continuing effort to increase liquidity, to lower rates, to provide more stimulus. Basically, this is after, what was it, 2, 3, 4 weeks ago when they came out with all the different stimulus that they were going to do to try to revamp the economy, to try to get people spending money again. This is just a continuing effort, I think, from China. Now, more liquidity, typically good for Bitcoin, but you might be thinking, well, why is Bitcoin down today? Like, we were at 70,000. We ran up for 70,000. Keep in mind, this is the highest point that we've been at since July. Okay, highest point we've been at, and then we took a big dip. Keep in mind, there is some shaking out happening right now, which we'll talk about here in a second, but the DXY is also on a massive rally. I think this is part of the reason that things are a little bit odd right now. The DXY moved from 100 to 104. This is the dollar strength index. Of course, this is over the last couple of weeks, but this is odd because we're starting to lower rates, which means that you would think the DXY would fall down, but there are more countries and more areas that are lowering rates fast. So the dollar strength index is actually going up. It seems like people still feel more strongly that the dollar is going to perform well versus other currencies that maybe are lowering rates too quickly, or they're stimulating or something like that. So the dollar strength index is actually going up, which typically isn't the best thing for Bitcoin. Typically we see bull runs when the DXY falls down. So this is something to pay attention to. Again, correlation, maybe not causation, but it will be something interesting. Lady of Crypto says, it's not a dip, it's a shakeout. Biggest bull run ever. I actually just covered 10 different reasons that you might want to hold 0.25 Bitcoin. I'll put it on the end screen, but I go through a lot of the bullish things that are happening from here on out. And I also talk about the SEC and M2 money supply flipping and how this is actually really good for Bitcoin as well. I'll put both of those on the end screen, but I think we're going to have a big bull run. And right now there's still some people saying that Bitcoin and crypto, there are very few transactions unless it's drugs or illegal activity. That's just not true. I run a business where every day or two I'm running transactions on crypto, and I couldn't do it another way, at least not like the way that I'm doing it for this cheap. And I can do it at any time. So I think more companies will turn to this. And, we just saw today a massive company, a $1.1 billion buyout from one of the largest payment processors in the world. And it's a crypto buyout. They're buying a crypto company. They allow companies to accept stablecoins as payment. And now Stripe is like, this company is one that we want to own. So they're paying $1.1 billion. This is after just a few months ago, they raised at a $200 million valuation. I mean, this is literally a Federal Reserve chairman, Kashikari, saying this. The very few transactions happen on crypto. Shouldn't he know this stuff? It's very obvious to us that this is not what's happening, right? I mean, sure, there's some illicit activities happening. That happens with cash just as much. We've talked about this before, so we don't have to go into it again, but you would think he would know, of all people. Tell me why a company worth tens of billions of dollars is spending $1 billion on a crypto-related company. Literally a company that allows you to accept crypto payments, which is crypto transactions. Yet some people are saying very few transactions actually happen on crypto. Okay, well, I guess Stripe just wanted to buy a company that only works with drug dealers, apparently. This is just crazy. But it will be interesting to see how this opinion changes over time, because cryptocurrency donations were a huge part of this 2024 election. Now, we only have about 2 weeks left before we know the election results, but 190 million total crypto election donations and only 130 million spent on congressional races. So this is going to be something that politicians want to get right, because they don't want to lose out on this money in the future. So I think a lot of them will lean a little bit more pro-crypto over time. Keep in mind, we do have Tesla's earnings later this week. Be on the lookout for that. The reason why I think it's going to be interesting, well, Tesla in the past and Elon Musk has said that they will accept Bitcoin if it's 50% renewable. Bitcoin is now 56.72% sustainable energy use. So this is higher than a lot of other industries. We have Quinton saying, your turn, Elon Musk. Okay, now, I don't know how many people will actually spend Bitcoin on Teslas, at least now. But when you think about it, let's say someone played this bull run, right? It's someone wealthy, someone that makes a couple $100,000 a year. They bought some Bitcoin. Maybe they have 3 or 4 Bitcoin. They've always wanted a Tesla. What happens when Bitcoin hits 120, 180? Like, they might think, okay, well, I can just exchange a third of a Bitcoin for that new Tesla that I've always wanted, right? Instead of thinking about as selling Bitcoin, they're thinking about it as exchanging Bitcoin for something that I've always wanted. Now, I realize a lot of people would say, that's stupid. Why would you ever do that? You're buying a depreciating asset with something that should, in theory, go up in value forever, right? And I get that, but there will be people that do that. And, after a certain level of wealth, it makes sense to spend your money on something. Some people have been stacking Bitcoin. I know someone that's been stacking Bitcoin for 9 years, actually accepting payment. Literally, I saw it today. Shout out to Brian Harrington. He got paid from YouTube, and he uses an app to be able to convert that over to Bitcoin right away. So, there have been people stacking like that for years. They still have to buy stuff. So instead of think about as selling Bitcoin, they think about it as exchanging Bitcoin for whatever they want, right? Because they think of Bitcoin as just a better form of currency. So there will be people that do that. So I would not be surprised if Tesla allows this, maybe not even this quarter, but at some point in the future. I would not be surprised by any means. It will be an exciting thing. I'm not sure it will pump the market like it did back in 2020 or 2021 because we've seen this before. But it will be another step in the right direction, in my opinion. Keep in mind, we will see the inflows for the ETFs later today. We've had a crazy week of inflows. The 18th doesn't even show on here, but it was another $300+ million day. So over the last 6 trading days, we've seen, 2.1 billion, 2.2 billion in inflows. So it will be fascinating to watch what happens later today. So in my mind, right, there are people lying to your face, whether it's certain people like this, Kashikari, saying very few transactions happen on crypto. Maybe it's just that they don't know, right? there are a ton of transactions that happen on crypto. And like, while I own a crypto related business, the fact is it would be still way easier to pay people across the world via crypto in USDT, USDC versus sending a wire. I literally just talked to my bank because I've received wires and gotten $22 fees as the receiver. So this is just insane. The problems that we have to deal with right now, with payment processors and with banks and stuff like that. So if you can be your own bank, then why not? Also, there are people just lying to you saying, this is the crypto shakeout. We already are hitting the peak. We're just coming down from here. Now, of course, we could come down from here, but I'm still very bullish for this bull run. Look at what people are doing, not look at what people are saying. Of course, there can be outflow days, so be ready for anything, but just look at everything that's happening, and it's all extremely bullish. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I'll put the 2 videos up here going through why I'm so bullish and why you want 0.25 Bitcoin. Thank you so much. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.